Welcome to Epochs Across Eras, where we dive deep into the power and peril of ancient empires. Qin Shi Huang unified China with roads, armies and law, but also with silence. In today's episode, we explore the darkest side of the Qin dynasty, its obsession with control, its war on thought, and its brutal treatment of those who dared to question. From the infamous burning of books to the execution of scholars, we reveal how a regime built on fear silenced dissent, and how that fear became its undoing. To keep an empire together, Qin Shi Huang believed, you must control not just the body, but the mind. That meant eliminating alternative ideas. Confucianism? Dangerous. History books? Subversive. Philosophers? Suspect. In 213 BCE, the emperor launched one of history's most aggressive crackdowns on knowledge. Books were burned. Scholars disappeared. Dissent became a death sentence. But in trying to silence China, the emperor ignited something else: resentment, resistance, and eventually rebellion. What happens when a state fears thought itself? Let's step into the fire and find out. In 213 BCE, Prime Minister Li Si, a staunch legalist and ally of Qin Shi Huang, proposed a radical decree: all non-essential books should be destroyed. The emperor agreed. The targets? Confucian texts, philosophical debates, historical records and genealogies. Only books on agriculture, medicine and legalist law were spared. The justification was simple. Too many ideas meant disunity. Too much memory meant rebellion. History had to begin with Qin. Private libraries were raided. Scholars were ordered to surrender forbidden works. Scrolls were piled in public squares and burned. Not everyone complied. Some hid texts in walls and wells. Others memorized entire volumes to preserve them orally. But the damage was immense. Centuries of accumulated thought, poetry and wisdom went up in smoke. The Qin state had won a temporary silence, but at the cost of alienating its scholars and thinkers. 1 year after the book burning, the emperor went further. According to Sima Qian, in 212 BCE, Qin Shi Huang ordered the execution of 460 scholars, buried alive or beheaded for slandering the regime. The details are debated. Some modern scholars question the scale, but the fear they represent was real. Why were they killed? Some spoke out against legalism. Others questioned the emperor's divine legitimacy. A few simply remembered the past too well. Qin could control land, laws, and labor, but not minds, and that terrified them. The execution sent a message. No opinion was safe, no criticism tolerated. Even silence could be suspicious. This reign of terror pushed intellectuals underground. Many fled into exile. Others joined secret networks of resistance, preserving banned teachings and fueling future rebellion. The Qin state had created perfect obedience, but also deep paranoia. Fear worked, until it didn't. Qin's surveillance state made citizens cautious, but also resentful. Local officials were mistrusted. Neighbors informed on each other. Even Qin's elite grew nervous. No one felt safe. Over time, the system became fragile. Punishment was harsh, but unpredictable. When Qin Shi Huang died in 210 BCE, panic spread. His successor, a weak and manipulated figure, was installed by corrupt court officials, particularly Zhao Gao, the infamous eunuch who allegedly used loyalty tests to weed out dissenters. One such test. He brought a deer to court and called it a horse. Those who disagreed were executed. This wasn't just madness, it was a symptom. In a world where truth could be fatal, lies became law. Rebellion soon broke out. Within 3 years, the empire that burned books, buried scholars, and banned dissent began to burn itself. The Qin dynasty's brutality silenced a generation, but couldn't kill ideas. Confucianism returned. Taoism thrived. History remembered not just the emperor, but those who dared to think under him. Censorship created obedience, but also fear, corruption, and revolt. In its final moments, Qin was less a state and more a shadow of one, hollowed out by its need to silence. The lesson endures. Empires built on suppression may rise fast, but they fall just as hard. In the next episode, we explore that fall, how Qin collapsed under rebellion, betrayal, and the weight of its own iron rule. Thank you for watching Epochs Across Eras. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's keep exploring the past to uncover the stories that shaped our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring the epochs that define us all.